And ladies and gentlemen, we are now live. Did we just have, it's a yes or no question. Did we just have the craziest week of football ever?
I believe so. I'm gonna go on record and say when a practice string quarterback or wide receiver is your starting quarterback in a real NFL
That
game,
was week
things will
12.
come out
Wow,
of
week
hand.
12 was the longest week. That
Yeah,
that seemed like ages ago. Kendall Hinton, 1 of 7, playing quarterback for the Broncos. And then Trace McSorley bringing Hollywood Brown back to life.
wow. Is he better than Lamar? Only time will tell.
He looked pretty bad,
He
I'd
looked.
say. For
I would rather have him than Nick Mullins at this point. I feel like.
I feel like that was just like not rust. Like yeah, I guess rust. You know, it was jitters. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like
He was
the
fine.
kid has some upside.
He
Like
does. He
yeah,
does. I think he does. And I think he's better than RG3
yeah.
for
I would
sure.
rather
Yeah.
have him because RG3 I think is known. He's injury prone and he's not
Hmm.
gonna give you any upside.
Bad decision
He's
maker
still a
as
little
well.
bit athletic. You know, he can still run, but it's like, who cares? You know, especially when you compare him to Lamar, he's not as athletic as him. Then you got Trace McSorley, a little bit unknown, a little more upside. I'd rather know what's up with him.
He
So
was good at Penn State. He had a great college career. His running back in college, he had two good running backs, Miles Sanders and Saquon Barkley. So, he's talented. He's just not the prototypical looking quarterback.
yeah, so people are saying your video is glitchy, but I don't. As long as the audio, let us know if the audio is clear. We're just gonna keep it. We'll see next time if we can make it like lower quality. So your video is a little like choppy, but
Mine?
yeah, it's probably because
Oh,
we
the
switched program
resolution's so
probably
high.
at 1080p.
Yeah.
It's like 4K video.
Yeah. It's too much for this.
It's so crystal clear. I wonder if we could make
Should I
it
change the resolution? Like, make it a little-
on. We'd have to do it on Skype though, not on your
Oh,
camera, and I can't
got
figure
it.
out how. So
It's okay.
we'll
It's
leave
fine.
it.
No one watches this for the video, so it's all about the audio.
Or is it the other way around? Oh no, well the audio is the
Pretty sure.
important part, but
Yeah, yeah.
our audio audience isn't huge. It's like
That's true.
YouTube's are golden the goose. It's
That's true.
that's our
Yeah.
main thing. So we don't have much to talk about, to be honest. So we're gonna be answering your fantasy football questions. It is what it is. I did my rankings and everything to me is just all over the place, and it's just all about survival. You know, like I feel like we just took shots all year. Just this guy gets hurt, this guy gets benched, this guy's on the special reserve list, this team's, this game's postponed. Is this game going to get played? And it's like, if you're able to make it that far, then, that, and you made the playoffs, and congratulations. I still feel like 9 times out of 10, the good fantasy owners came up on top and made playoffs. So that was great. And it's been a hectic ride. So I mean, if you made playoffs, congratulations, guys. How many leagues are you in, Mike? How many leagues did you make playoffs?
I'm in 6 leagues, but one of them's the Patreon league.
That's
So that's
still a
not really
league.
like,
That
you
still
know,
counts. So you're in last place in that. So
yeah, but I had to, as everyone knows, auto draft Antonio Gibson and J.K. Dobbins back to back. So I would never do that normally if it had not been auto
we
draft.
had to
So I
write down
definitely
who you
threw off.
would have took, because what's funny
It would have
is
been better. Both players would have been
there's a lot of
better.
busts this year, so a lot of injured
I
players.
know, but you have to give me the benefit of the doubt because this is what I do. But so out of the six, I'm in first in our league, Couch League, so I'm definitely making playoffs there no matter what. And then another league, I'm in second, so I made that, clinched that. In a third league, it's gonna come down to we actually have two more regular season games. It's like weird
Oh, so
because
that's still going strong,
yeah,
and you're
so
still
I
in
could
it.
definitely still make that sneak in. But the only problem is there's only 4 spots available in the
So you got to
playoffs
win out.
total. You have to win out, but I have a good chance based on the next 2 games. So I could make 3 out of 6. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
But I mean, I have 8 championship titles on my resume, so I'm hoping I can get to 10 either this year or next. That's my goal.
I think my team's good in the couch league. Even though I lost Will Fuller, I don't feel like I'm not missing much. So I got Claypool and Drake on the bench. So I haven't clinched the playoff spot, but I'm probably gonna get in. So I'm in 4th place right now. And so I'm gonna make it there. I clinched a bye week in the Instagram Experts League.
Ooh, that's
That's
key.
yes, that's awesome. So I'm just looking at week 15. I already got the Rams D like ages ago for week 15. They're playing some crappy team. So I'm ready to go week 15. And since I clinched, I guess I don't really got to worry about this week. I should just look at week 15. And waivers are going through. I checked on Yahoo and ESPN. Waivers go through Friday on Sleeper. It's whatever you guys set it to. So make sure you double check on that. So waivers are going through in a few hours on ESPN and Yahoo. So make sure you guys get in on that. Royal says, assuming Swift is good to go, Swift or Parker, full PPR. Yeah, I don't really trust the Lions though. I don't know. They're doing some funny business over there. Swift going against the Bears, and Parker going against the Bengals.
I don't trust the Miami quarterback situation either.
Well, Fitzpatrick's
going on over
playing.
there.
I mean, Devontae
Yeah, but
Parker did
I don't
fine
know.
last game, but Dolphins is looking like they might make playoffs. Like,
That's true. It's really whether you prefer running backs or wide receivers. That's how I look at it.
I think if there's about 3 or 4 factors here. One is Akeem Hicks of the Bears. If he's playing, I'd be more towards benching Swift. If Fitzpatrick is starting and Tua is not, I'd be more towards playing Parker. If Tua is starting, I'd play Swift. You know what I mean? So there's those factors. And that's the real answer. I know what you're supposed to say, like, start this guy, he's going to ball out. Blah, blah, blah. I'm just not, and just keep it real. And that's what I would do. What I tell people is what I would do on my own team. And then sometimes I make risky, dumb choices, and then I give them a warning when I do that. So that's exactly what I do, because you have time. You don't have to decide right now. Keep tabs on Akeem Smith. See who's starting at quarterback for the Dolphins, and I think that's going to be huge. Because, if Tua's starting, you really want to try to start Swift. By the way, DeAndre Swift, he seems to be clearing concussion protocol, but today there was an illness. It's just a lot. And then see, this is why I don't trust the Lions, Mike, other than they suck and they're cleaning house and all that. The Galladay situation, like, that's another weird conspiracy right there. I don't know what's going on with Galladay. Don't know if they're tanking. I don't know if there's a contract dispute. I don't know if he's actually hurt. They're not giving any information, but this man hasn't played. Like, how many games has Galladay played? Like 3?
I have no idea, but yeah.
He hasn't played many.
Around that.
Yeah, it's very suspicious.
Should we be worried about Josh Jacobs and his availability?
Yes.
Okay. What are the chances you think he doesn't play and we have to pivot to Devontae Booker?
73% chance he doesn't play.
Wow.
He did not practice Thursday, so we'll see. That percentage will be clear tomorrow. Friday's practice. We'll see if he practices or not. Start Dante Johnson or Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Remember, the E is silent. I forget this. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. All right, so Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I believe, also some kind of sick illness going up against the Broncos. I like it, but temper expectations with Clyde. And then we have Dante Johnson. He's going up against Washington. And what do you think, Mike? It's about my algorithms have him exactly even full PPR.
Who was it?
Dante Johnson going against
Oh,
Washington or Clyde Edwards-Helaire going
oh
against the
yeah.
Broncos?
That's tough for me. I'm gonna go with Clyde, I guess, but not.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I'm
close.
giving it to the running back, but
Yeah, it's close.
it's very tough. What I'm going to say though with that, the reason why I know the Chiefs are going to have a huge lead. I know they're going to score points. I think they're the best team and I think they have the best offense. And so I'm going with Clyde. And yeah, if you believe in recency bias, you'd probably be scared as heck to go with Clyde. And I get that. But the opportunity is going to be there. They're going to score, if I pick one team to score the most touchdowns, it's going to be the Chiefs pretty much every week. And then you got Dante Johnson, who's great. He's going to get his targets most games. He's a big part of that offense. But Big Ben spreads the ball a lot. He throws to the running backs. He throws to Eric Ebron. He throws to Juju. He throws to, you already know it, Clay Chaseball, as I like to call him, and Dante Johnson. So that's just a lot. And then what James Washington. He's also in the mix. That's a lot of
Yeah, is he?
weapons. Yeah, well, he caught a big third down catch. It was a famous one. Big Ben lobbed it, and he caught a huge third down, pretty much a game-winning catch by James Washington. So, yeah, James Washington's only going to get 2 catches in the game, but that's still something. It's still there. So, yeah.
Are the Steelers the most overrated, undefeated team to this point, like ever? I feel
No,
like they look bad against the
not
Ravens.
at all. Because now they're taking a step back. Keep in mind they're at a huge disadvantage too. They lost their best linebacker, who's a
Who's that?
huge part, Devin Bush, who's a
Oh,
huge
Devin
part of
Bush.
that
Yeah.
defense, stopping the run.
Right.
And now they're losing other players too. So no, they are really good, and I would say they were the best defense. Now, I don't know who the best defense is with all these injuries, but they're not overrated
But you don't
at
think they look
all.
bad against the Ravens from
They
what you
sure
saw?
did. They look sloppy, but it's not like I mean, the Chiefs lost against the Raiders. Like, I
Yeah, but that
mean,
was way. This is like getting into the playoff territory now.
okay, but I mean,
That was a fluke.
they
I mean, come
almost
on.
lost against the Raiders the second time. So it's like we're talking about a team that scored 0 touchdowns against the Falcons here. So
Well, the Raiders just might know. They might have like some sort of game plan that
yeah,
works
it's an
against
in
the
division
Chiefs.
game, just like the
But I'm just
Ravens
saying, for an
Steelers.
undefeated team who's supposed to be a Super Bowl contender, they don't look that great. They don't look like what their record shows. Is all I'm saying.
I think there's lots of ups and downs, and they got to get healthy.
Connor's not available probably, so that hurts them on offense a lot. I think they've missed James Conner quite a
He
bit.
hasn't done anything the past 4 weeks anyway.
Yeah, but you can't be running the ball at Benny Snell. Like that's not gonna work.
I think
That's
Connor
not
was
like that.
falling off big time, so I don't think he was that. Like, I mean, he was horrible. Horrible, bro. If you put up 4 fantasy points and wins, like, come on. Like, how good is that running back? Like, he's really fallen off. Like,
I think the only person keeping him in it is Minka. That makes him respectable still. Is Minka
they got TJ
Fitzpatrick
Watt. They have plenty
and
of
TJ
they have
Watt? Yeah,
plenty of
yeah,
players on that defense. They got like
right.
2 or 3 Pro Bowl defensive linemen. Probably more like 3 if you count TJ Watt. And I mean, man, they got great. Like I said before these injuries, I'd say they have the best defense. Now, who has the best defense? You got the Colts with Buckner,
Miami's
Dolphins.
good.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying, bro. You got a top 1, top 2, top 3 defense. You got Big Ben. You got plenty of
Old
wide
Ben.
receivers. Hey, he
No
hasn't
running game.
he hasn't missed a game. Look at all these quarterbacks missing games.
Well, I mean, let's be honest though. The Chiefs are gonna win the Super Bowl. It's very clear
Yeah.
to me. There's no
Yeah,
team better
you
than
got to
them.
favorite them. Yeah, they're the best team in the
Yeah.
league, best team in the AFC.
Yeah.
Sure, and I'm not at the same time. I'm not saying the Steelers are they're just untouchable. They're not that great. I mean, what do you want me to say?
bad.
They're more of a 10-2 team than a 12-0. That's still a great
Kinda,
record.
yeah.
That's still a
Well, I think they're
great
probably more like
record.
an 8-4. For being honest.
8-4.
Yeah, that's how I
It's
see
like
it.
Chicago Bears territory almost.
Yeah, well, they're better than the Bears, but you know what I mean.
No.
They're definitely overhyped.
I think they're good. We'll see. Maybe they are declining though, but they need to bounce back for sure. All right, so we got some more questions here. Pittsburgh needs to draft the QB ASAP. Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, other teams are in worse situations. That's for a keeper dynasty league, choose 3 out of the 4 to keep for next year.
Oh wow, one of these.
Oh, there's the second right here. Clay, Clyde. Clay is Claypool, I assume. Clyde,
Probably.
Dobbins, AJ Brown, and James Robinson.
Ooh, that's tough. Well, you got to keep James Robinson. You got to keep AJ Brown. I don't know though. That's hard. I think you could drop Clyde from those guys. I don't know. It's hard though. But James Robinson's better than Clyde. That's.
I think you keep AJ Brown and James Robinson.
For sure.
And then the other 3 is what you got to decide on. So, yeah, as of right now, I'd say drop Clyde. Yeah, it's looking like drop Clyde or drop because Claypool I would want to keep because of the upside, and Juju might not be there.
Yeah, he's way more upside than.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna answer like this: definitely AJ Brown and James Robinson, and then we'll just have to play it by ear for the rest.
Just flip a coin and then see what happens.
You probably don't have to decide right now.
Yeah. Something could happen in the next 4 weeks.
Fishing says the Ravens team, though, yesterday was basically full practice squad. Yeah. And Raiders are way better than Ravens practice squad.
For sure.
Hey, it looks ugly, but they always find a way to get the win, and I think that actually means something. It's not, you can't just look at the numbers like a computer.
People get lucky.
I never got lucky.
Fantasy teams
11 times in a row.
Points against them.
That happens once or twice in a season, sure, but I don't know if it's going to happen over in every game.
Well, the undefeated Patriots with Tom Brady and Randy Moss were way better than this team. That's for sure. That's all I know.
Yeah, and they'll probably yeah, of course. And they'll probably take an L here. We'll see. We'll see. I think they're legit. I think their record is still pretty good. And
well, it's more than pretty good. It's great. It's just that they're pretending that's what's happening.
Sure, the Chiefs are better. The Chiefs are better, but
for sure.
There's just like I was talking earlier about fantasy owners. We're taking hits and we're trying to survive. And the Steelers, you just got to face it. A lot of teams have been taking hits this year, like the Niners, and they haven't until just recently. And so that matters, bro. Like their coach isn't fired. Your players were relatively healthy. They don't test positive. They don't, like all those things matter when other teams are messing up and getting hurt. It makes a big difference.
You can argue, though, on the other end, that it's probably better that if they had at least one loss. Because now, when you're undefeated, you have that pressure of staying undefeated, and then you don't know how to deal with the adversity of a loss. So you might not be ready when that time comes and hits you in the mouth. Like at least the Chiefs know that they could lose to a team like the Raiders. So they built that character, that toughness of, they have that adversity that they went through. Unlike the Steelers,
I think they learned their lessons when the Cowboys almost beat them, because that was not expected. We'll see. I don't think that's that big of a deal. I think they learned their lesson. I think they know that anything can happen. At any given time, someone could be on that reserve list and not play. Like Big Ben almost missed 1 week because he was a high risk, close contact. He barely was able to play. So I think we all realize the unexpected could happen. We'll see. I mean, right now, everyone's favorite is the Chiefs to win.
Yeah, Chiefs are winning it. Calling it now. It's happening. MVP. Crown Mahomes again. MVP. Taking it back to
Yeah,
Lamar.
he's the
Lamar was
real.
a fraud.
He was a
So
frog.
yeah, he was a frog. And now we know better. We know who the real MVP is, and it's always been Mahomes. And he's the real deal. I mean, I seen him in Miami. He's the only one that could rip the heart out of a Niners fan base with one throw. And he's the real deal. He's gonna be maybe the greatest of all time
So
once he's
weird.
done.
Highest paid athlete, and it's a cheap deal.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
It was
it's
like a good
freaking
deal.
Mahomes. And no one wants. What's weird? No one wants to face Mahomes, but
No one.
now this year it's like, oh, we're facing Lamar. Good.
Yeah,
Like
good.
we should be able to stop him.
Yeah, it's like
Like-
one-dimensional. Greg Roman's been figured out by the league. He sucks. So
It's a
Time to get a new
culmination.
coach.
It's a culmination of everything. Lamar has regressed in passing.
for sure.
The O line is taking a huge hit.
Oh yeah.
Mark Ingram is like
He's not.
is
a running back
atrocious.
anymore. He's a mascot. He's a
Frank
Trump
Gore
mascot.
is better than Mark Ingram, and it's
That's
not even close.
Never thought I'd say
It's
that.
not close at this age. When Mark Ingram is like
Yes,
30 and Gore is 38. Are you kidding me? Gore's got tackled 22,000 times. Like, are you
Mark
kidding
Ingram's
me?
33, but yeah, I get it.
Wait, he is?
I think
There's
he's
no
over-
way. I would bet on that. There's no way.
I swear to God, he is.
He's not. He's 30.
Well,
I
he's
brought
on the
it
wrong
up.
side of 30.
Yeah, but I was right. You were way off. Frank Gore is
I knew you were
38.
right.
Can you agree on this?
Yeah, he went to 2 college terms before Mark Ingram got to the league. So that's a big gap. Yeah. 1 presidential term.
So Mark Ingram's going to turn 31 in 2 weeks here.
But in running back years, that's like 4 years of your life. So
What's Frank Gore? That
he's like 70 years old. He shouldn't even be out
he's
there.
a vampire. He's outlasting all of us.
Yeah.
Look,
Frank Gore better make the Hall of Fame just from that alone, just age alone,
yeah.
being relevant.
Oh
for
yeah,
so
for
long.
sure. Like, are you kidding me? He's doing okay on the Jets. What an accomplishment.
Yeah, that should be on his Hall of Fame bust. Like, did okay on the Jets in 2020.
Why are you wearing sunglasses indoors, brother? These are blue light blockers. I wear them because I got sleeping problems. They block out the blue light. So it's for health reasons.
If he takes them off, he'll laser everyone in the room and everyone will die, like Cyclops.
Or I just take a really hard poop. And I struggle pooping. No, this has nothing to do with pooping. Nothing. Lamar won't be a starter in 3-4 years. Period. Says
That's a
Fishing.
hot take. Is that you, Stephen A? It's a hot take there, buddy. Well, RG3 technically was the first Lamar, and he's out. He was out of the league for a little bit, so anything can happen with an injury. Not that we want that to happen, but it could happen.
I think we have 2 trolls in the chat, maybe more, and it's just, I mean, it's quite remarkable that
That's good.
you can have we can have it's just cracking. The show's cracking now.
Yeah, I love trolls. They're the
Look,
best.
it just
Made
really
it.
verifies us, validates the show. Like, we got a real show.
Oh yeah.
Usually the second channel is like not a real show.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like fodder.
It's like RG3.
like RG3.
Yeah.
This is the RG3 of podcast for sure. That's a cool shirt, by the way. That's like an old school couch merchandise design that we whipped up in
that
in college
expired
age.
for sure. Keep calm and trust the couch.
That was a relevant phrase back in
Adult entertainment ladies love it.
Phoenix Marie. Yes, she had a name. Thank you. If you're out there.
This guy says the DFS advice in here is the worst. It's like,
Hey, Can't blame me for that.
Never talked about DFS here, but
But you're probably right.
nah, this guy's just a troll. Come on. DFS
Can we
video.
get some real questions?
DFS video comes out tomorrow on the main channel. So Frank, hop on that video and leave some nasty comments there. I know you ain't got nothing better to do. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
You want to talk about my start sit list? That's another topic, but that's bad for sure. I've been wrong so
Nah, this guy's just trolling. Like, I love when people roast me on like real stuff. Nah, this guy's like, he's got a weird pick. He's like talking in all caps.
It's like a bot farm, like a Russian bot farm for misinformation.
But it's just one guy who's never, been with a girl.
Does he have an egg as an icon?
Its head kind of looks like not an egg, but it's a bald man, so it kind of resembles an egg in a way.
So the human egg.
Yeah, and it's not him.
That's interesting.
Well,
this is going well.
Shave that animal off your face. The beard is hideous. And
all right, I'll shave
we won't have to. Got you.
You have to tell me twice. I get it. I can't grow beard hair.
So, Mike, you just got your Tesla tinted. You sent me the pic. It looks amazing.
Thank you.
And
I didn't know it was illegal.
yeah, it's illegal. So I got a story. The story is like a 6 out of 10. Okay. So I was kicking it with a famous NFL player, and I can't say the name. And
Can you do like what it rhymes with?
No, I'm not gonna say the name. But when he was in California, pretty sure he knew about. Yeah, he knew because he got pulled over a lot. But he was drunk a little bit. Only had like 2 or 3 drinks, and then he's gotta have the car tinted though, like on the front windows. Like he's gotta have it tinted because it looks good. Like that's why you got it tinted, because it looks good. Like.
Yeah,
You gotta have it tinted. So he's like, I gotta, and he's driving a dope car.
Right.
The guy in the passenger seat is really drunk though. This guy's like wasted. And the NFL player had a couple drinks, probably enough to get the DUI.
For sure.
Well, it was gonna be close, but yeah, probably over the limit. But he's cool. Like, I mean, he's like okay, like somewhat okay to drive. And so they get pulled over. But keep in mind, the car is like, we're talking about like the nastiest tint you could have all around.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you know the deal. He's like, well, like I'm not trying to go to jail and ruin my career. So they just switch places. And the guy gets a huge. He's like, oh my. He's like blowing to this. He's like, oh my god, you are plastered.
This is pre-Uber, right? Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. This is a long time ago. This is when we sucked. Now we're amazing, Nice. And so they swap, and yeah, dude got you got the, and then the famous NFL player got it. And it's nobody you guys can guess. It's not something like you guys are gonna look at my YouTube channel and see the 5 people we had on. No, it's nobody you guys know. You wouldn't be able to, I mean, you guys know him, but you wouldn't be able to guess it. And like I could say the name, but I won't, because I'm just not. It's not how I get down.
Does it rhyme with LaMarcus Russell?
There's no rhyming game. I will never say who it is, ever. That's all. That's it. So it's just a little. When you did that, that just reminded me of that story, because he was always getting pulled over by cops. He just didn't care.
I wonder why. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice car, like it stands out, and he's got the tint, and he was like, well, I ain't like I'm just gonna pay the tint, like I'm not changing it, like because it looks good.
I'm not changing it.
So yeah, when that happened. That's funny how you could just but there's just no way the cop would know.
You know what's crazy what you can do now, since it's 2020? I could like if that happened to me, I'm not saying I would do this. Someone could do this. They could put it on autopilot, hop in the passenger seat and be like, what? The car
Would
was
that really
drafted.
work though?
Yeah. I
Are
don't
you
think why
you're
wouldn't
not
it?
supposed to be doing that.
No, but you could. I mean, if like you panicked and you were just like, "What?"
Oh, wait. So that's like a ticket in itself if you're not like present, right?
I don't know. Like I
No,
assume
that's
so,
a
but like, how do you
I'm just gonna
know?
say
Because
that's
that's never
dumb. I'm
happened.
just gonna say that's dumb. That'll never work. Because you're supposed to be like ready to go, right? You're supposed to be like you can't go to sleep. You're not supposed to do any of that stuff. You're supposed to be actively ready to take over when your car is autonomously driving. I'm pretty
Yeah, but
sure.
what if you're like, I didn't want to do that because I'm drunk, so I was
Yeah, you
doing the
can't
safe
do that.
thing.
You can't be the only guy drunk in the car. There's just no way. Now, look, the technology is going to change and laws will change. So maybe in 10, 15 years, my conversation might sound dumb. And it would be like, who drives the car anymore? Like, who knows? But
You were in the driver's seat. Oh my,
no. Because first of all, when
weird.
cops pull you over, they're trying to earn their company income. Like, let's just face it, they're trying to make money for the city or the state.
Right,
So they're
right.
not there like trying to get you off. Like, be like, you know what? That's a cool technicality. Even though you're drunk and the only person in the car, I'm gonna let you off with a warning. No, they love to give Dewey tickets. Like that's like the number one source of income. Like, what's the revenue stream? Dewey tickets. Like that's all they're gonna do. They can,
Especially in Sac.
especially if California. That's all I know. Everywhere, L.A. is
Yeah.
so bad there. It's bad everywhere, man. That's how it always is.
But yeah, I'm very happy with it. So hopefully, you know, it's a great thing.
Uh, I don't know what's going on. But if you guys have any fantasy questions, I guess we're about to end it here with that little story. I don't know what's going on. I think someone's trying to troll the live chat, which is fine. You guys
It's
even
good.
trolls need
Cute.
something to do
Adorable.
too. We got this one guy that's just one guy. He keeps creating new accounts, and it's like that's a lot of dedication, dude. Like, I mean, I got to give him props for that. So,
Yeah, that is cool.
why you hating on my dynasty trade today, Couch? I'm not hating. I'm not hating at all. I just think Russell, the side that got Russell Wilson, um, won. I think
What was the trade? I
I'm
didn't hear
bringing
you
it
say.
up right now. Yeah, I think so it's a super flex dynasty league,
Mm-hmm.
and the trade was that Colin gets. Let me see if you guys can see this at least a little bit. Colin gets Russell Wilson, Cooper Cup, Jonnu Smith, and a second rounder and a fourth rounder. And the other team, the Amar, gets Juju, Stafford, and Miles Sanders. And
Hmm.
yeah, I just think Miles Sanders, he's good, but I don't think he's that great and not in a great situation in a team that, the word rebuild has been thrown around. It's quite messy team. And you could be like, oh, their O line, they just got to get help. But their O line's kind of old too. It's not like they have a young O line. So I don't see that getting better. I don't know what's going to happen with Wentz. They got another quarterback there. So I think in a super flex, you getting Russell Wilson is a big deal. And then you got a couple picks to go with that. I think the side getting Russell Wilson's a huge win. So,
Yeah, it's true in a super flex dynasty. Yeah,
yeah.
the quarterback's like it's the ace in the hole.
Oh, and Colin just hopped on
Ooh,
just to see.
good.
Yeah, I mean, me and Mike both agree that the side getting you get Wilson and picks, like
Yeah, that's crazy.
that's amazing. With that second pick, you might be able to get like a sleeper running back too. Like that's what's crazy, like a Damian Harris or even like a Singletary, who's not good, but I'm just giving you like just examples. You might even be able to get a guy like that, or just package your picks and trade for a first. So.
Lot of options.
Jeff wants to beat the brain. I'll see you Saturday. Saturday, bro. Saturday's Beat the Brain.
Ooh, beat the brain.
Toast says Darius Slayton, Crowder, Amari Cooper, and Gaskin if he plays 0.5 PPR. Now, you didn't say how many we got to pick. So let me know how many we got to pick, Toast. I assume just one. So that's gonna
Gaskin's risky.
be between Gaskin and Cooper.
Amari Cooper.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say this: if Ahmed is out and Gaskin's looking good, I would lean towards Gaskin going against the Bengals. Otherwise, I'm gonna go with Amari Cooper here. I think that's safe.
Yeah.
And it's between those two. At least we narrowed it down for you. All right. Well, that's it. Guys, good luck this week. And Jeff, I'll see you when you create a new account on the main channel. So you're going to be trolling there. Look forward to it. What are we doing? Fridays, DFS videos on the main channel. And then Saturdays, Beat the Brain. Everyone, wish you guys good luck. Get that W this week. If you got the bye week locked up, concentrate on week 15 like I am in the IG Experts League. And any last words, Mike?
Get that win. Win that championship because legacy is forever. The money doesn't matter. It comes and goes. But your name as a champion, you can never get that taken away.
Champions are forever.